So we have the 1-800 call FBI if you have audio.
Alright, not this guy. This guy doesn't say anything. This guy is actually like a fucking android. Alright, let me see the TMZ video. Is it this? Which one is it? Is it this one? Their most recent? Oh yeah, it must be. Oh, holy shit. This video is so clear it makes it look like he's in front of a green screen. Oh my god. Wait, here, let me pull this up on screen on stream real quick. The quality on this video is crazy. Look at this thumbnail. They got like the contrast and everything pulled up for him. Yeah, no, this is like new though. Like when I looked at this like 40 minutes ago now, this was in none of the articles, and I guess until TMZ just now. Yeah, no, people definitely, yeah, 100%. People definitely started calling this out before it happened, and I guess law enforcement didn't bother to check? Because, there's already a ton of people with their phones out here. Holy shit. What a complete fucking failure from the law enforcement. Wow. He was shooting from outside the rally. Yeah, but there's still law enforcement there. The guy they interviewed said that they were telling law enforcement or whatever about like a suspicious guy with a rifle. Damn, what the fuck? Hard to say that. I thought someone just won again. That would have been crazy. No, I don't think I can play more of it because then he gets shot after shooting other people. Holy shit. They blur it? I don't. All right, I'll trust chat on this. I swear to God, though.
I hope he's turning this way. Be careful, guys.
Oh, you're right. They do blur it. Jesus. The yells. That's always so. Like that's the worst sound to hear. Like, I remember with the Vegas shooting, that same thing. That is, like, haunting. Why are they screaming? You just blow in from Stupid Town? What do you mean, why are they screaming? There's a dude shooting. At any moment, he could turn and shoot you. What do you mean, why are they screaming? What in tarnation? Well, if I was there, I simply would have just fucking, genjutsu'd him away. People on Twitter already found his Reddit account and his Twitter account. Yeah. It was 4chan immediately, right? They immediately figured out who he was. No, they actually got the wrong guy. Oh, did they? Well, someone got the right information earlier. Chat was already keeping me up to date on it. So this guy just posted up broad daylight, highly visible spot. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. A complete fucking failure here, because people saw him, people alerted authorities to him, still nothing was done until he started shooting. And now, 1 civilian's dead and 2 are injured. And Trump caught a bullet in the ear. The cops were warned 10 seconds in advance. Were they? Because the guy who was interviewed made it sound like they warned him, a pretty sizable amount of time before it happened. But maybe you're right, maybe it was only like 10 seconds or so. But it also does seem like in the Secret Service video that's floating around, they literally were looking at the guy. That's what it looks like. So I don't know about the 10 seconds. Nah, it was like 3 to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Regardless, it seems like it's definitely more than 10 seconds. Like, there's no way this guy just no-clipped on top of the building, right? Like, as chat was saying, he would have had to actively get up there. And he doesn't seem to be like some kind of freak athlete who could just jump up there and take position. Like, this would have been quite a bit of setup. Plus, that's not, like, guns aren't light. Like, they're pretty heavy. So he would have had to get up there, get set up. It's not something that happens instantly. Like, this is something he just pulled from his fucking pocket. Maybe he had it pre-set up. I think that's super stupid, but it is the goofiest idea ever. He just left his gun up here from like a couple days before the rally, and as they're like sweeping the area, they just never see it. They're like, "Yeah, that building's private property. We're not gonna mess with that. I'm sure it's all fine and dandy over there." They just leave us all set up. This whole fucking sniper's nest. That's probably what happened too. No, I definitely don't think so. I think if there was any kind of pre-setup, he hid the gun somewhere outside their perimeter in a place they would have never thought to even sweep. Maybe. But I don't even think that's the case. Do you think they'll say the motive? Yes, they're absolutely going to have to. I think within the next 24 hours, this whole story will be fully out there. Yeah, I know. He's already been ID'd by Twitter and everything. I'm well aware. The authorities will probably ID him within the next 12 or so hours. But I know Twitter already got on top of it. I'm well aware. Assassination attempt, you think? Given all available evidence, it's maybe brave. I do think it probably was an assassination attempt, yeah. That is what it seems like. Call me crazy. Jesus, Twitter's a dumpster fire right now. Anytime there's any kind of very big high-stakes thing that happens, Twitter is probably the absolute worst place to find accurate information. Because I already bet there's tons of accounts impersonating this guy being like, "I'm actually still right here. Wait, I got the wrong guy. That's not me on video. That's deepfake," and stuff, and like spreading all kinds of different things that are completely wrong. It is probably the worst possible place to ever get information. In any type of like high tense like situation. They use Sam Hyde. Oh, the Sam Hyde one, that's without fail. Anytime there's a shooting, they always say the suspect has been identified and in custody. It's the Sam Hyde photo. And without fail, except this time, I guess. So, with only one fail, a few news agencies report the Sam Hyde pictures being the shooter. Almost every single time. Do they not use drones? I'm actually surprised they don't. That's a really good point. I am shocked the Secret Service with endless resources wouldn't just have drones on, like, scanning everything just to be safe. That's very interesting. I actually do not know why they wouldn't do that. Because even sometimes I've seen police use that kind of shit. You would think for something of this high stakes they would. It's because drones are loud as fuck. Well, you don't have to plant them, like, directly over the people. You just put them on, like, the outskirts. Like here. You don't need to be, like, directly over them. Secret Service should hire my cousin. He's good with fast drones. Yeah, submit a resume. I think there's going to be a lot of open positions pretty soon with this huge fucking failure here. Yeah, I don't get it either, Flamesy. Like I said, I really don't know why they wouldn't have drones here. I've never been to a rally. In my head, I guess I just always assumed that they were kind of using all of the biggest and, like, best, like, surveillance equipment and everything to make sure nothing goes crazy like this. So, I am shocked that there's no drones here. Because that would have stopped this immediately. So for the drone part, many CUAS systems, it's easier to just not fly drones than try to whitelist certain drones due to signals being the same and many drones reading the same risk versus reward. Man, that was way too drone deep for my little tiny reptile brain. So is there like an actual reason they wouldn't use this here? Because I've definitely seen them used at like protests and shit. Why would it be different here? Jamming. What the fuck do you mean by... Do you think this guy brought a fucking EMP with him? What do you mean? Oh, you don't mean... Oh, I see what you mean. Do you mean like other signals and shit? Like interfering? Because that makes more sense. Yep, this legitimately just had huge effects on everything. This will probably be one of those defining moments that are looked back on in a couple of years. It is a very, very big deal. Yeah, for sure. I wonder if there's more like him. What, the shooter? I don't think this will happen again. I think this is going to be one of those things where going forward, every rally is going to have the strictest security ever, which I already thought they did. I don't see this happening again. I think this will truly be an isolated incident. They're going to pour so much taxpayer money into security from now on. They'll probably be like fucking a perimeter of 20 miles out from the rally just to be safe, sweeping every building. Do you think Biden had something to do with that attempt? Man, what? No. I definitely don't think so. You think Biden got in contact with this guy and his parents? Hey, son, I got some ice cream for you if you'll do this for me. Like, no, man. Absolutely not. Does the shooter have a mustache or is that a shadow? Asking the hard-hitting questions. I think it's a mustache. FBI is calling it an assassination attempt. What? No. Really? No. What? That's crazy. It is wild to me, though, that they have to wait that long before saying something like that. That blows my fucking mind. I already talked about that, Gabriel. Like I said, this, I think, immediately just won him the election. I think no matter what happens from this point forward, this has pretty much cemented it. Like, it'd be very hard to fumble this surviving an assassination attempt. Dude just locked it. Not reminded people how much he's hated. To some, but to the general populace, what it's going to do, again, like I said earlier, he has very smart PR people around him. They'll spin this as, he is fighting for us. Even when he got shot, he threw his fist up to let us know he's on our side and fighting, even in the face of adversity with people trying to take his life. He puts the country ahead of himself. And now he's at this rally, even though he shouldn't be because an attempt was just made on his life. He's still out here fighting for us in person. Like, there's just no way you could possibly lose with something like that. You just really can't fuck that up. So, that shit is locked. The only way that he fumbles this is if he comes out and, like, is actually, like, the bullet grazed his frontal lobe. And now all of a sudden he's legitimately lobotomized and he can't speak anymore and he's like, doesn't know where he is or whatever. Like, that's the only way he could possibly fumble it. And I don't see that happening. We had a presidential debate where candidates argued about who was better at golf. And that was the most, like, cohesive argument that was even had in that debate. The golf talk. That was, like, the only time where Biden was lucid and Trump was, like, directly addressing something that was being talked about. Like, yes, like, you don't... Everything has changed. Like, in terms of society. It's all about the show. It's just about the show. You think Mr. Beast would win if he ran? I think there's a non-zero chance he would win, yeah. If Mr. Beast ran in the next presidential cycle, I think there's a very non-zero chance that he wins. He would get all of the youth voting for him just because, and any old people that don't know him would Google his name and see that he does, like, I cured the blind, I cured the deaf, this and that, and they'd be like, oh, okay, seems like a good guy, and vote. Wouldn't think about it even beyond that. I really think there's a non-zero chance, yeah. Because it doesn't matter. Like, it's not like Trump was a politician before he ran for president. He was just a popular billionaire.